Okay, you guys, welcome to our new coach call. Um, we are going to, in this call, this is basically what we're going to be going over. We're going to be talking about how to get your business started with a new coach announcement, how to use social media the right way, how to run a free group and add value, Emerald, what that means and how to get there, how to run your first challenge group, how to achieve Success Club and what that is, and then Success Starters and what that means for your business. So these are going to be like your main goals as a new coach that you're going to want to kind of check each one of these off the list that you understand what they are. If you're in our new coach boot camp, we have training, like specific training. And basically what I'm going to be doing is an overview of that training today. And then we're going to open it up if anybody has questions, if anybody else hops on here. But basically this is just an overview. So if you want to go into more depth, please make sure if you haven't gone through the new coach boot camp yet, go through that new coach boot camp. It's going to give you in-depth strategies on each topic that we're going to be covering. Okay, so first and foremost, the 4 vital behaviors. These are the 4 things that as a coach are vital, which makes sense in the title, right? These are the 4 things that you have to do every single day as a coach. They're non-negotiable. They should be non-negotiable if you're here, if you're a business builder, if you want to make this business work, this is what you've got to do. Number 1, you have to invite. So you have to be connecting with new people, talking to them about the products, inviting them to join your challenge groups, really just starting up new conversations. So it can start with that, hey girl message, just reconnecting with people, maybe not even talking about anything related to Beachbody in the beginning, but then moving into, hey, I've been thinking about you. I'm hosting this new health and fitness support group. You can call it whatever you want. And I thought it might be a great fit for you. Would you be interested in learning more about that? And just sending out those invitations for people to learn more about what your challenge group is or what your support group is. And it really just gets the conversation started. The more people that you invite, the more opportunity there is for people to say yes. Number 2, being proof of the products. So this is kind of a given. If you're a Beachbody coach, you need to be doing Beachbody workouts on the daily. You need to be drinking Shakeology or using their performance line, whatever supplements you choose to use, but you need to be doing it every single day. And you need to be working on your journey every single day so that you can show other people, hey, I'm committed, this really works. And just sharing your journey with people on social media is really the best way to do it. You're going to, some people are going to see you in person. They're going to start seeing the changes in you because of the products that you're using, because of the fitness programs that you're doing. But being able to just go out there and share your journey on social media is going to be an amazing way for you to reach a lot more people. And so that's really a big part of what your job is as a coach, is to use the products and share that every single day. Number 3, personal development. I think this is the most important vital behavior, because if you aren't in the right mindset, you're not going to do your workouts. You're not going to eat healthy. You're not going to invite people if you aren't first in the right mindset. And that's what personal development is going to do for you. It's going to help you shape your mind. It's going to help you learn new skills. So, personal development can range anywhere from, maybe a Bible study to something like the compound effect, where it's helping you learn different strategies and kind of your mindset and thinking and success, to, something like a Facebook ads training or, something like that, a team call where you're just learning a new skill. So all of that stuff is included in personal development. We recommend that you do a minimum of 10 minutes per day on personal development. And that's a minimum. Guys, if you feel like you're struggling in a lot of areas, then personal development, you need to do even more of it. I know when I was a new coach, I was struggling with a lot of self-doubt, a lot of fear, a lot of what are people thinking of me. And so I did about an hour of personal development a day so that I could get over that, so that I could really reshape my mind and really become the person that I wanted to become. And that's where it starts with personal development. Number 4 is live events. So live events are huge. If you're not, this isn't even right. The 4th vital behavior is actually recognition. This is kind of an old one, but recognition is actually our 4th vital behavior. So we'll come back to live events in a second. But recognition is big as well. So recognizing your challengers for their achievements, recognizing your team and your coaches for their achievements, big or small. People thrive off of recognition, and the more that you can just notice their little tiny accomplishments, it helps them to keep moving forward. And so that's going to be a big thing for you as a coach, and as you start working with more people in your challenge groups, and you start building a team. So why I have live events on here is because, in my opinion, this is like, so we used to have 3 vital behaviors, now we have 4. So I need to change the slide. But live events should be the 5th vital behavior now. And if you're not attending live events, you're missing part of the business. Our business is so energy driven. It's so driven off of people. And because we are an online world, this is an online business, it's really important that you're able to, at certain times throughout the year, be able to come and connect with the people that you're talking to every day, these other coaches, different people that are involved with Beachbody. It's so important that you're plugging in to those events. So live events could be like our Coach Summit, which happens once a year in July every year. This year it is in New Orleans. And another live event, sorry, I'm trying to get my computer plugged. So another live event is our Super Saturday, which is hosted by Beachbody Corporate. It's a local event, so you can find these events all over the US and all over Canada. It happens 4 times a year. If you go into your Coach Online office and look under events, you'll find a link that says Super Saturday, and you can find one that's close to you. And these are just kind of like little mini summits, and they happen quarterly. And it's just a really great place for you to connect with local coaches. You're going to hear inspiring stories. You're going to get training. There's lots of different, you're going to get a live workout most likely. It depends on where you are and what they have to offer there. But there's a lot of really cool things that go into these live events. And this is the stuff that fuels your business, because like I said, when we're in such an online world, you have to get connected face to face with people. And that's really where you get energized for your business. It's almost like another form of personal development in a sense, attending these live events. And so it's just super, super, super vital to your business. Like, these are non-negotiable for me and my business. If you're someone who's a business builder, you need to be you need to schedule these into your life. 4 times a year, Super Saturday, unless you live in Russia like I did, so I couldn't attend some of the Super Saturdays because they don't have them there. You can still get plugged into Super Saturday. So make this part of your 4 times a year thing. Get to Summit. That's your job to attend these live events. Just think of it that way. So if you have to go to some sort of business seminar for your day job, then this is just as important as that, these type of events. Other live events, could be our team calls, hopping on those, which happen twice a month on Tuesdays at 11 Pacific time. And then there's other events that we host, that could be online. It's just a great place to connect. Again, at least you get that interaction with people through Zoom, which is great. This is an awesome tool that we have to use. So make sure that you're plugging in and utilizing that. Okay, info. Where do you find info? So first place that you can go to find info, and this is kind of like a chain of command in a sense, because we want you to be a self-researcher. We don't want you to ever feel like you can't reach out to your coach. You should reach out to your coach. Your coach wants to connect with you. Your coach wants you to come to them with questions, but they also don't want you to come to them with questions like, how do I get to my online office? That's something that you should be able to figure out on your own without having to ask your coach. Okay, you've got to be somewhat of a self-researcher because your coach has a family, they have their own business they have to run, they can't be answering 8,000 questions a day. But they do want to help you. So do not get me wrong. They want to help you as much as possible, but also be mindful of that. So Coach Online Office is a great place to go to get your questions answered. You can go to the Coach FAQs. You can literally just go into Google and type in Coach FAQs on whatever topic you need help on. So maybe it's about the 21-day fix. Look up Coach FAQs 21-day fix in Google. It's that simple. And you can look up how much it costs. You can look up the different stuff or the everything that's included in the kits and whatnot. You can also do a live chat with Coach Relations, which is really helpful as well. If you're in your Coach Online Office, if you just scroll to the bottom and click contact, you can either email them or you can request to do a live chat with one of the representatives, and that's really the easiest way to contact Coach Relations, in my opinion. The next thing is, I don't know why this says FitBotch Dynasty. I think this was from another team's slides or whatever, but just in general, visiting the FAQs on teambeachbody.com. There's also Shakeology FAQs. Google, you guys, you can literally find anything you want to know on Google. It's amazing. If you haven't used it, you need to start using it. If you have any question, type it into Google. YouTube, there is pretty much a coach on YouTube. If you have any question on how to do something, if you go type it into YouTube, you're going to find the answer from one of the top coaches in the network. There are thousands of videos on YouTube covering every single topic you can imagine. That is great personal development too, to just go into YouTube and start learning, start researching about these different things that maybe you're struggling with or you're not sure about. Go on YouTube and find the answer. Everything is there. It is incredible. Your team page. So go into our NLN team page and ask questions there. There's tons of coaches in there that have been around who want to help you, and they're going to get an answer to you faster than maybe if you send a question directly to your sponsor. And then the next person you go to, obviously, is your sponsor. Don't hesitate to reach out to your sponsor for help. They, like I said, want to help you, and they want to support you as best they can. And then after that, if you need additional help or you're not getting what you need from your sponsor, contact your Diamond upline or Star Diamond upline. And you can find out who that is in your Coach Online Office as well. Okay, so being connected is huge. If you're not plugging in, if you're not getting involved in the community, you're missing a huge part of what our business is about. Our business is about the community. It's about the support. And so get plugged in to our new coach training. Get plugged in with your sponsor. Make sure you're communicating with them on, at least a weekly basis. If not daily. I know my coaches that I connect with, the coaches that I connect with the most are the ones that I know really, really want my help, and are the ones that are seeing a lot of success because we're contacting each other daily. And it's not because I'm just reaching out to them every single time. It's because they're coming to me and saying, hey, can you help me with this? Or what should I do here? Or, just asking different questions, and we're communicating, on a weekly basis. Our team page, there's tons of resources in our team page. That's our community. That's your support. That's your place to go ask questions. There's tons of resources in the file section of our team page, which is really helpful. And it's just a really great place to meet other coaches, meet other people who are going on this journey with you. And so get plugged in there and really get involved, because that's a huge part of this whole opportunity. So there's other coaching pages that you can get involved with as well. There's the one called Beachbody Champions page. So you can look that up on Facebook. It's called Beachbody Champions. That is a group that is hosted by Beachbody Corporate, and there's lots of tips and resources in there for you as well, beyond just our team, which is awesome. And then there's also local groups. So for example, I live in Arizona, so there's an Arizona Team Beachbody Coaches page. So you can look up and see if there's one that's local for you in your area and get plugged in there. Live events, we already covered that. Our team calls, again, are twice a month at 11 a.m. Pacific time, Tuesdays. Our next one is on the 27th of this month. So 27th of September at 11 a.m. Pacific, which is 1 p.m. Central. Our upline, so if you are involved in the Smash Nation page, which is another team page of our upline coach, she hosts team calls weekly as well, and so you can get plugged into those if you want. Guys, don't let these calls overwhelm you. Decide what you need help with. Get plugged in, especially if you're a new coach. Decide which calls that you want to get on. Get on a call once a week and really start learning, really start soaking in the information that's being shared with you. That's the best way to, really get your business started off right, is to get plugged in and get, all the information that you possibly can. And it's really, really going to help you. So make that a priority. The National Wake Up Call is hosted by Beachbody. It's every single Monday, 8 a.m. Pacific. And if you look in your, you should be getting emails about these once a week. So you can look in your email to find the number that you call. You just call in and you can listen to this National Wake Up Call. There's a replay of it. So there's also a replay number where you can go back and listen to it if you didn't hear it live. And there's also a podcast. So you can look up Team Beachbody podcast on iTunes, and you could listen to it that way, which is really nice too. And then the last place you want to get connected is in the news and events in the Coach Online office. So in your online office, on that main page over on the right-hand side, you'll see all these links, and that's your Coach news and events. So make sure that you know what's going on with the company. You know the updates, you know the new programs that are coming out. Like, stay involved with that. It's just like any other job where you've got to know what's going on with your company. If you don't know what's going on with Beachbody, then you're missing a little bit of the point. So make sure that you kind of stay plugged in those areas. Okay, so big question I get is, when should I start sharing, my story? When should I announce that I'm a new coach? And the answer is now. Do not wait to share. Like, if you are starting day one of your journey, this is a great time for you to invite people to join you, and you can hold each other accountable. So in our NLN New Coach Bootcamp, we actually have templates that help you be able to construct your story and to make your new coach announcement. So make sure that you're getting, like, if you're not plugged into that group, make sure you're plugged into that group so you can look at those and see, okay, this is what other people have done, and this is how I can kind of make it my own. And then send it to your coach or to your upline, whoever you're working with, and say, hey, did I write this story out well? Maybe you can ask them for pointers or tips, and they can edit it for you. But don't wait. Don't let fear hold you back from, fear or hesitations hold you back from announcing that you're a Beachbody coach or that you've got something to offer people. This is a perfect time. Okay, couple tips for that. You don't have to bear it all. When you're sharing your story, when you're doing your new coach announcements, you don't have to share everything and anything, okay? Share what you feel comfortable sharing so far about your journey. This is the first time that you're really probably sharing with people something new and about your life, or about what you've gone through, or just your journey starting coaching and starting your health and fitness journey. And so don't feel like you have to share everything. Follow the guide. Like I said, that's in our Coach Bootcamp. Follow the guide, share it in your own voice. So don't just copy and paste what other people have done. Make sure that it sounds like you, because your friends on Facebook are going to know if you didn't write that. It's just not going to sound authentic. It's not going to sound like you. And then just own it. Be confident in what you're sharing. Like, be excited about it because you have a story, you have something to share that nobody else does, and that's authentically you, that's genuinely you, and so own that. Be confident in the fact that you're a Beachbody coach because you literally have the best opportunity to offer people right now with their health and fitness, with a business opportunity. It is absolutely the best place that you can be, and so own that and be confident in it. Okay, so success as a coach. These are 3 things that I found when used in conjunction and together are what successful coaches do. And this is how you see success as a coach. So successful coaches are adding value every single day. So they are starting new conversations, getting to know new people, adding value to their life by, maybe complimenting them. Maybe just the fact that you started a conversation with somebody made their day, and that's going to add value to them. Most people don't care. And so by you being genuine, by you lending a helping hand, being a friend, that's adding value. Also adding value on social media. Sharing the things that you're doing that are working for you. What do you like about your workouts? What's working for you? What things are helping you and your family and your kids? What recipes do you like? Like all this stuff that you can use to add value. You might think it's insignificant in your own life, but it could actually help somebody else and it could add value to them. And so that kind of brings me to the next thing, which is sharing. So sharing those value-adding tips on social media, but also sharing your own journey and your own transformation is super important. Sharing your story on a consistent basis. So if you are consistently adding value, you're starting those awesome new genuine relationships, you're getting to know people, you're adding value on social media, you're sharing your journey, and you're doing this all on a consistent basis. So you can't just add value and talk to new people. You can't just do that. You can't just share your journey. You have to do all of this consistently. So that's every single day. Somebody used this analogy before, and it's really true. If you say you went every single day to a newsstand and you bought the same magazine every single week or every single day, and you love that magazine, it was adding value to your life, it was sharing new things with you, and you really enjoyed it. And it was there day in and day out. And then one day you went there and nothing was there. It wasn't even on the stands. Nothing was there. And you're thinking, what's going on? And then you went back the next day, still wasn't there. You went back the next day, still wasn't there. But then you saw this other magazine over on the other rack. And you thought, okay, I guess I'll just start getting my value from this magazine. Maybe I'll order something from this magazine that I really liked. I wanted to get it from that other one, but they're gone. It's the same thing with your business. If you're not consistent, if you're not consistently adding value, if you're not showing up every single day, you're closed for business. And so people are going to go somewhere else for value. They're going to go somewhere else for their health and fitness needs or for whatever it is that they're looking for. They're going to go somewhere else. And that's why you have to just continue to be consistent, because otherwise you're going to lose your business. You're not going to be there. You're going to be gone. And it's the same thing as the magazine analogy. Okay, so how do you do this? Like, how do you add value? One really great way is through free groups. And we kind of talk about this in our coach boot camp, but free groups are just a really great way for you to add value to people, build relationships. They get a feel for what a challenge group is like without having to invest, and you're adding value and helping them get results for free. So normally a free group is going to be anywhere from, something like 5 days to maybe a max of like 10 days. So it's like a snippet of what a full, like 30-day Beachbody Challenge group is. And it can be, we have lots of different templates on free groups. If you look in our file section, you can do squat challenges, you can do personal development challenges, you can do like a happiness challenge, you can do ab challenges, confidence challenges, clean eating challenges. These are all just ways to build relationships and add value to people for free. And so we have all these templates for you. You don't have to design anything yourself unless you want to. But this is a fantastic way to add value. Secondly, listen. Listen to people when they're talking to you. Ask them questions. Get to know them. Be more interested in them and stop worrying about being interesting. People love to be asked about themselves. Everybody likes to talk about themselves. And so if you are the one that's asking questions and getting to know somebody and being genuine and stop talking about yourself 24/7, that adds value to somebody right there. Because most people, like I said, they don't care. They don't get people that are asking them questions, that want to know about their life, that care about their family, that care about what they're doing every day, that care about their health and fitness goals. And if you're the one that's asking the questions and being a friend to somebody, then that is going to add value. Okay, so one thing you can do to help you in your business is use posting software. And so I know, especially a lot of new coaches, you're working your day job, or maybe you're busy with your kids during the day. You can use posting software so you can actually pre-plan your posts on social media. You can pre-plan your posts in your groups through a couple of different softwares, and you can look these up. One is called Buffer, BUFFER.com, and you can also look up Hootsuite, so HOOTSUITE.com, and those are both great options for getting your posts out, getting your value out during the day, and that's what your posts are. Your posts are adding value to people. Ideas, because I know as a new coach, you're like, I don't know exactly what I should be posting. I don't know what really adds value. And it's hard to kind of decipher in the beginning. You just have to kind of find your groove, and that's totally fine. Go follow other coaches, follow other top coaches and see what they're posting and post like they do. Now, do not copy their content, but it is a good place for you to just get ideas like, oh, okay, like, I like her style. I like the stuff that she's talking about. Maybe I can make a post that's similar to that. That's, centered around the same idea. You know what I mean? So follow top coaches, get ideas from them, and post like they do. You do not have to be a top coach to post like a top coach. That's how you become a top coach, is by posting like they do, in your own style, in your own unique style. Because if you become a carbon copy of somebody else, it's going to be inauthentic. People are going to know. They're going to see right through you. Don't let that fool you. Like, even though you're like, oh, I love this coach, she seems exactly like me, she's not exactly like you, and you're not going to post exactly like her, but you can draw ideas and inspiration from her. All right, so know your why. This is a huge thing, and we talk about it on day one of our boot camp. Know your why. Why are you doing this? Because if you don't know why you're a Beachbody coach, if you don't know why you wanted to start a business, you're not going to get up every day and make this a priority. You're not going to get up every day and want to continue running groups for free and adding value. You're not going to want to continue starting new conversations with people if you don't have a why. And so really honing in on why you're here. And we're all here to help people. That's like the one thing that we all have in common as brand new coaches, or as coaches, is that we're all here because we care about people and we want to help them. But let's go beyond that. Let's dig a little bit deeper. Why else do you want to be here? Why do you want to start a business as a health and fitness coach, as a Beachbody coach? Because you can help people for free. You can just run free groups for fun. as a hobby, but why do you want to start a business? Like, why do you want to be able to make this your dream job? And so dig deep with that. Maybe it's you want to be able to pay off debt. Maybe you want to put your kids in gymnastics. Maybe you want them to go to private school. Maybe you want to go on vacations with your family. Maybe you just want to get out of a deadbeat job that you hate. I don't know what it is. You know what it is right now, but really dig deep and figure out what that why is that's driving you beyond just helping people for free. Okay, so all of this stuff, this adding value, sorry. My dad is trying to call me. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let's go back. All right. All of this value adding, these free groups, your posts, your conversations, it all builds trust and it builds credibility. So that's why you're doing it. That's why you're connecting and building relationships, because people work with people they like, people they know, and people they trust. So the more relationships that you build, the more trust that you build, the more you get to know people better, and the more you share about yourself, because people want to know about you too, that's going to build trust and that's going to build credibility, which is ultimately going to build your business. Okay, so like I said, you can follow top coaches and draw inspiration from them. So who do you follow and why? So follow other top coaches. You can actually find a list of top coaches in your online office, but you can even look at coaches who are on our team page. There's some really successful coaches on our team page. Look at them, see what they're doing. You can follow, the top 10, which is great. There's Melanie Mitra, who's our top coach. There's Bonnie Engel and Alyssa Shoemaker and Lindsay Matway. Like these are the women that have been in like the top 10 of Beachbody for last year. And so those are people that you can follow. But really find somebody who you kind of relate to. Find somebody else that you really find inspirational. Follow your coach, whoever your sponsor is, or maybe it's your Diamond or Star Diamond upline. Follow them and see how they're doing things. See how they're posting them. Study them like it's your job. Study what they're doing, especially, sorry guys, somebody else is calling me. What's going on? Everybody wants to call me right now. Okay. So study them like it's your job. Get to know how they share on social media. Get to know the things that they're adding value to others, and start letting that inspire you and draw that inspiration into your own posts. Because success leaves clues. And if you are following successful people and you're doing what successful people do, then you're probably going to have success. Okay, so this is kind of like one of those gut check answers, but you have to think about, if your job is to add value, you think about, like, go to your timeline, look at your last 5 posts. Based on your last 5 posts, would somebody else follow you? Are you just sharing posts from other coaches, from other health and fitness sites, and just clicking share? Or are you actually being yourself, sharing your own journey and your own story? And kind of give yourself a gut check. Okay, if I like what I follow myself, would I be interested in what I'm sharing? Would this add value to me? And so that's something that you should do on a continual basis, is really check and see, like, am I actually sharing something of value with people? Okay, so as a coach, you don't want to try and attract every single person. That is not what our job is. Our job is to find the people that we want to work with, the people that really need our help, and attract them. So decide who it is that you want to work with. Do you want to work with women? Do you want to work with men? Do you want to work with new moms? Do you want to work with stay-at-home dads? Or, think about what type of person you want to work with. Most likely, you're going to want to work with people that are like you. So I love working with women between the ages of 25 and 35. And these are the people that I try to speak to. So what you're going to do is you're going to get specific with your audience. And when you're posting on social media, when you're sharing on social media, you're going to talk to that person. So the more specific you get, and I know this concept is hard to understand at first, but the more specific you get with who you're talking to on social media, the more people you're going to help. The broader you get on social media, and if you're trying to talk to everybody, you're trying to talk to men, you're trying to talk to women, you're trying to talk to over 50s, you're trying to talk to teenagers, you're trying to talk, like you're literally just trying to talk to everybody, you're actually going to help less people, because when you talked to everyone, you attract no one. And when you talk to a specific person, you actually attract a lot of people. So get specific with who you want to work with, who you want to talk to, who your audience is on social media. Maybe it's new moms. Maybe it's moms with twins. Maybe it's, you know, corporate women working in the corporate world. Maybe it's, I don't know, like there's so many options, but you kind of have to think about who are you right now, or who are you before you became a coach. And that's really who you want to attract, because you're going to be able to relate to those people the best. You're going to be able to help them the best because you know kind of what they're going through or what they've been through. You can relate to them. And so that's who you want to speak to in your social media. All right, this is super important. Create a vision for what you want your life to be like. Where do you see yourself going? And this is the beauty of what we do. It allows you to dream big. It allows you now to have a bigger vision for yourself than you ever did before. What would your perfect lifestyle be like? Would it mean that you get to pick your kids up every day from school or drop them off at the bus? Or does it mean that you've got your debt paid off and that you're debt free and you're less stressed? Does it mean that your husband isn't working 80 hours a week, or that you're not working 80 hours a week? Or think about what you want your ideal life to look like and create a vision, like create a vision board or a dream board or a goal board for where you want to go, because that's what's going to drive you. That and your why, your vision and your why are what's going to drive you. What do you want your team to look like? Like, where do you want to be professionally? What kind of income are you making? How many people have you helped? How many people have you served? How many people are on your team? Like, that's what is going to drive you every single day to success in your business, is knowing that you can become the person that you want to become, and that you can have the lifestyle that you want to have, but you just have to create that vision. Okay, so creating confidence. This is hard as a new coach. You come in and you don't know what you're doing, but it is possible. And by being very consistent, like we talked about in the previous slides, being consistent, doing those invites daily, being a product of the product, getting your results, talking to new people, sharing and adding value on social media. By doing those things consistently, you are going to become more competent as a coach. So you're going to be learning, and you're going to be, plugging into the team calls. You're going to be putting things into action. You're going to be stepping out of your comfort zone and all that kind of stuff. One day at a time, you're going to start creating this confidence muscle over time, where because you're being consistent and because you're seeing these tiny successes, these little tiny wins over time, then you're going to start creating confidence in yourself. And that's really the best way to do it, is just by stepping out of your comfort zone and really just getting consistent with what you're doing and learning, failing forward every single day. You're not going to be perfect. You're not going to do everything right, but just getting out there and trying is really where you learn, and where you find some wins and you become better at coaching. It's not going to happen overnight, but it is going to happen if you just stay consistent. Okay, guys, so that is the end of our presentation. If anybody has questions, please don't hesitate to let me know, and I will be happy to answer them. If not, we will end our call. So it looks like nobody has questions, and I will hop off. But thank you guys for joining, and I hope you have an awesome weekend. Bye.